Yep, so this is a Tracfone. It costs only $1 to get when you open it up. Um, you have a couple different SIM cards available. So this one was here. Is the AT&T compatible, T-Mobile compatible, Verizon compatible. I'm just trying out the AT&T. I think that's the one that worked. It was either AT&T or T-Mobile. Here we have the SIM card. And we're gonna just put it right in that slot. Actually, there's a couple different sizes available: micro SIM, mini SIM, SIM. I don't know. There's a bunch of names, but here we go. Not the smallest one, but the next one. We do it face up, and we just slide it in there. It's supposed to like click into place, so I usually get some kind of pen to just get it in place. And then you hear it's... All right, so to power it up, I'm using a battery pack and this little Mikrotik device, which is really pretty nifty. It allows you to just be in the field, connected to the battery device, and then PoE power your devices so that you don't have to take a big battery bank. Hey guys, so I am installing the Tracfone SIM card into my RTE LTE Mikrotik. So the reason I use Tracfone is that they use all the major services, including Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. So they're all part of that network. So I go to my account. I already have an account, but you can also create an account, log in. So I'm going to add a device. Here, you would put in your SIM card number. Alright, so here we're going to activate this device. Do you want to keep your phone number? No. I'll just put my own zip code. Okay, do you have an airtime service plan? No. I need to purchase one. So I'll add this $20 plan. Save more with auto refill. I don't want that. And then you just check out. So here we are with the LTE device. One of the things I have to do in order to get this working, as you see it is working because we do have an IP address from the internet, is change the APN. So to do that, we go into the webfig, interfaces, LTE all the way at the end. Here we go to LTE APNs, and this is where we would add a new APN. I've already added it, but if you wanted to do it, you would do it here. And the information that you have to put in here is based on the information that you would get from your Tracfone. It's activated one of your SIM cards, which I did with a $20 plan. You get a phone number, and so you can take this phone number, copy it, and then put it into the Tracfone APN settings to get the specific settings. So you put in a number, you search for it. Oh, you have to select your device type. I just put other. Search. And right here you have the settings, the name, reseller, authentication type, the MMSC, MMS port, and all of this right here doesn't really matter because these are for multimedia messaging and we're not really doing that at all. So you take this information and you put it here in your APN. So I'm going to cancel this one and just show you with the Tracfone reseller. And then what I did was IPv4 and IPv6. I'm not quite sure if that's the right thing to do, but it worked for me. The reason I did that is that I've seen IPv6 used a lot with the cellular service, so I thought it might be a good idea. And then IPv6 interface I did to Ether1. Authentication none, pass-through interfaces none, use P or DNS, yes, and add default route, apply, okay. And then when I go back to my LTE settings, here's the LTE radio, you go to your APN profile and you choose the correct one. And then you just do apply and OK. And once it restarts, you should be able to have internet coming from the cable, the Ethernet cable from the LTE 6 device. Another cool thing that you can do is you can actually scan. So you can do a scan here and see what operators are in the area. It takes a little while for the scan to work. Okay, so here you can see the scan, and you can see what antennas or radios are in the area. AT&T, Sprint, these are actually Sprint as well. You can look up these numbers. Here, this MCC MNC list, you can look up the different MCC MNCs and see what provider they are if the provider is not, or the operator is not there. As you can see, there's not any Verizons. You don't see any Verizons at the moment. And I actually did cross-check it with here, and there is no Verizon. So one of the limitations of this particular LTE 6 device is that Verizons tend to use the channel 4. Here are the channels that you have available to use. There's no longer the channel 4 or the band 4 available. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to use if you plan on using any Verizon connections. But other than that, it works. Here I'm going to do a quick speed test. The speed isn't really great, but that doesn't really matter at the moment. I'm not sure if it's because they're throttling me or the placement of the antenna. But either way, the whole thing works, and you should be able to install this out in the field with pretty good success.